Record to the cloud. Okay. So tell me something good. Who has something good to share? So if you don't know what Tell Me Something Good is, you're a radiant rock star. And part of what we do is seeing the good in every situation, because life is full of junk and life is full of things that are bad, but life is also full of things that are good if you're willing to look for them and find them. So tell me something good. Who has something good to share? Hi, JT.
I'll go.
Hi, Hannah. Go ahead.
So today I went to my back doctor because when I'm pregnant, I have to go every week to my back doctor. And I was like making catalog packets this morning for the people that were just recently requesting scent of the month samples. And I decided to take her a scent of the month and a catalog because she's a newer doctor and I haven't had her for very long. And I hand it to her at the end. I'm like, hey, I brought you a Scentsy catalog. And she goes, what's Scentsy? She didn't even know what it was. So I was like, this is awesome. Like, you should reach out to everybody because you never know who doesn't even know what we are. And you never know. She might look through the catalog and be like, oh my gosh, I need this in my life.
Yeah, girl, brand new customer, brand new contact. That's so good. And congratulations on your pregnancy. That's awesome. And yeah, you're right. When you find people who've never heard of Scentsy, isn't your mind still blown? You're like, where have you been?
Like, oh my gosh.
I know. It happens to me all the time here in Ohio. You guys know we're selling our house, and our realtor came over and she was like, your house smells like a fall festival. And I was like, I know. She'd never heard of Scentsy. I'm like, what the heck? Right? So I started talking to her. I'm about to sign this woman up like this week as a recruit, and she's going to go market Scentsy to all the realtors everywhere. I'm like, you're crazy. This is like perfect for you. So I know it blows my mind every time I hear it. Awesome. Well, proud of you for being brave too and sharing Scentsy with someone that you see all the time. So next time you go in the office, just follow up, see what she thinks, and kind of go from there. So way to go. Who else has something good to share? Unmute yourself.
I'll go next.
Hi, Ed.
Hi, guys. I'm sorry. This is my first one. But I have, for 3 people on my team, this month was their best month ever, including myself. And I had a girl get double promoted. Rachel Richardson got double promoted this month.
Oh my.
So she went from essential to certified to lead.
Yo, that is so dope.
With a $1,000 launch party.
Oh my God. This is so good. That's amazing. And doesn't that feel so good as like the sponsor and the leader? Like
100%. She was a me. She didn't do anything with her business for like the first, and I was like, you're going to go inactive. She didn't do anything with her business. And then she had a $1,000 launch party. And I was like, I told you.
So the fall's so magical, isn't it? So it just brings magic out in people with Scentsy. I love it. Well, way to go, Rachel. And congratulations to you, Emily, as that team leader. It's pretty awesome. Anyone else have something good? Tell me something good.
I do.
Yeah.
I had, so I don't like talking to people outside of my comfort zone. So.
Right. Hi, Jenny. Yeah.
Hi. So, I was at my doctor's appointment the other day, and I overheard a gentleman on a conversation looking for donors for childhood cancer research. And it started a conversation with him about what I do and that I can do fundraisers. And we bonded over, unfortunately, I've lost a child and he's lost a grandchild. And we were discussing everything. And I gave him my card and he goes, well, if I don't use you, you know, I'll definitely pass along your information. And I was telling my doctor about that. And she was like, wait a minute, I can do a fundraiser for my daughter's school. So I'm hoping that I'll be having my first fundraiser coming up soon.
Awesome. I love fundraisers. Thank you for using your business to be generous. That is such a beautiful, important part of what we do. And that's something I feel like that is unique to Scentsy, right? Like our core value of generosity, like that's really unique and special and wonderful. And so thank you for using your business in that regard. So anyone else want to share something good? Okay, so I'm basically on like a September hangover. I don't know if you guys are. All of your faces are like, yes. Emily's drinking wine. I need to be drinking booze, but I'm also need to be drinking water like a responsible adult. So that's what I'm trying to do. Adulting is so lame, you know. But you guys, so let's talk about September was our best September ever. Not only our best September, but it was our best month ever as a Radiant RockStars group. September has never been the best month in the year ever. It's always been in October or in November, right? So to have September beat even our October from last year is just unbelievable. So I actually don't even have the number right here because I was busy doing other things, but let's see. Let me pull it up real quick. So as a group, Radiant RockStars in September alone sold $607,000 in Scentsy, which is so mind-blowing, but like that's us. Like we did that together. And so congratulations for being part of something so freaking phenomenal. We also added collectively over 550 team members last month. Like what in 1 month? 550. Like, so we reached for the first time ever, I hope that you saw my post, 2,000 consultants. We ended very close to 2,100 consultants for the end of the month. And so it's like, it's a combined effort. Like it, you know what I mean? Like it's never me, it's us. Like it's all of us doing this together. And it's cool to see when we all band together, like what kind of massive strides we can make, and how when we work together and we really operate under the mentality of, hey, we are better together, we can have this stampede effect, right? This massive effect. It takes one bull to start a massive stampede. And so like so insanely incredible. Andrea Keene said they were rated under $60,000. Andrea Keene and her team, they reached 200 consultants last month for the first time ever. I also want to shout out Andrea because she is about to go on a free incentive trip to British Columbia. She earned the top 50 in the globe this summer for the summer incentive, and is going to British Columbia next week, right? I think, yeah, next week. So she and her husband are going to take that first ever, there it is, Victoria, British Columbia, first ever Sans Kids vacation, right? Yeah, first ever. So, and guys, Scentsy did that. That's so cool, right? That's like the beautiful, wonderful magic of this business. Like, yes, she is incredible and earning the top 50, but like Scentsy provided her and her husband the opportunity to have the first ever kid-free vacation. So I'm pretty stoked about that. So let me share some amazing things we had happen last month. Ikela Francis promoted to star director. Oh my God, you guys see her with the blue blanket? That's Ikela. Ikela star director is a major move. It's literally the next step is superstar director. That's it. That's all that's left for her to go in the compensation plan. That's a big deal. Ikela earned this. She deserves this. She is consistent and she works and she leads by example, and she inspires and she loves hard, and she is the real deal. So congratulations to Ikela. We have 3 directors who came out of Director Cube, reclaimed their title. Jennifer Tovar, who's on here tonight, Amanda Halsey, and Maria Sosa all got their director titles back. Hi, Maria. I have 5 people who re-promoted or promoted to director. Dawn Paichaki is on here. Not only did she hit 10,000, but they hit like almost 15,000. Like they did massive major moves. Casey Jones, Lori Ferguson, who also got married last month. She got married and promoted to director in the same month. Linda Finnell, brand new director, and you guys know her and love her. And Trisha Sosa. Is she on here tonight? I don't think so, but brand new director as well. So 5 brand new directors. We had a couple new superstar consultants last month, like just major, huge things coming up. I also want to shout out Meredith Newton. I don't know if she's on here or not. Meredith Newton last month went from a team of 2 to a team of 18 in 1 month. She double promoted to star consultant and had like 4,000 TWV. Like, just amazing. She's under Linda Finnell. Also, our number one sales spot last month goes to Miss Emily Thompson. Woo woo. And so it's so dope that she's on here tonight. She had 4,862 PRV. Yeah, you see the jaws drop, all the jaws dropping, like, hello. Also, Janelle G, 4,600, Alicia Shadan, 4,400, Andrea Keene, 4,200, Ikela Francis, 4,000. You guys, like, we had like 5 people over 4K last month. It's just insane. So, super duper crazy prod. Tons and tons and tons of consultants in 2,000, 3,000 range, just like wicked freaking awesome stuff. Mind blowing. Okay. Announcements, please do not forget to check the back order and partial shipment list. As we go into this season, things go on back order, things go into partial shipment. There should be like an ETA with all those. Right now you see a lot of bars on there that you're like, these are old discontinued scents, we don't make them. Canada has a special Canada 10 pack and those bars are in there, which is why they're on the list. But like the Angel Wings warmer is on back order till November. Okay, so make sure you're aware of that. Your customers are aware of that. And the holiday collection, please don't forget, it's all while supplies last. Okay, it can and will sell it at any time. Hand soaps will go first, likely in a week. If you want the hand soaps, buy them today. Buy them for your customers today. Do not wait. Oils will go next. I promise you that. Flannel Sparkle Mini, it's going. And oh gosh, what's the other one? Anyway, there's another big one that's going to be gone real quick. Probably the gnome, right? Like, you guys, they're going to go real fast.
Mailbox one.
Oh, the mailbox. That's right. Thank you. The Santa, the letters to Santa mailbox, that's going to be gone. So please do not wait. Okay, these things will go very, very quick. Don't be shocked when they do, because I warned you. Love you, mean it. October 3rd. What is today? Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. So Thursday, our incentive trip tracker will be live. Finally. Okay. How many of you are working towards an incentive trip? Just do this. Let me see you. Yo. Okay. So you're probably keeping track like manually, or maybe you're not, and you're just hoping for the best. You're all like, that's me. It's okay. I also really love the trip tracker, and I just like to see it in my workstation. I don't want to do the math and do the things, but anyway, it's coming October 3rd. It'll be live. And so I believe, don't quote me on this, but I believe you will be given the functionality to see your entire downline's trip points. Okay. So I believe that is one of the reasons it's taking so long. Yes. So you should be able to keep track of where all your team is as well on their trip and kind of help them working towards that. So as soon as the trip tracker comes live, like, it's time to go hard and get on it and earn these trips. You know what I'm saying? Who is shooting for Bermuda? Do this. Who is shooting for Amsterdam? Do this. Who is Maria's fiance in the back is shooting for Amsterdam. Who is shooting for SFR, for free SFR? All right, cool. I love it. So basically everyone is going for something. Okay. I cannot wait to see where we're at, because I don't even know anyone's numbers yet either until the tracker is up. So as soon as the tracker gets up, I'm dying to see where everybody is, especially because of the promotions and the paid at title and all this good stuff that's happening. Also, you guys, so many people paid at title in September. That is major, 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 major. So if that's you, freaking celebrate, dudes, because that's awesome and that's huge points. So quickly, what I wanted to chat with you guys about tonight is basically, so I was listening to a podcast like I usually do. And I want to talk with you about kind of setting yourself apart in this season and how you can make people come back to you and choose you as a consultant. But this also applies to leadership too. So how many of you have a team? How many of you have people on your team in Scentsy? Okay, most everyone in this room. If you have one person on you have a team. If you have one person underneath you, you have a team. If you have no one underneath you, it's time. This is your time. You can do it, okay? It's just like selling Scentsy. If you can sell a $45 warmer, you can sell a $99 starter kit. They're the same thing. So don't get this thing in your brain like I can't recruit or recruiting is hard for me. If you can sell a diffuser, you can sell a starter kit. If you can sell a $45 warmer or a bundle deal or a 6-pack of wax, you can sell a starter kit. It's the same thing. You're just selling a $99 product instead of a 45 or a 30 or something like that, okay? So keep that in mind when you're recruiting. But this applies to everyone. So when you think about starting a Scentsy business, so for example, there's, 30 people on this call tonight. We're all Scentsy consultants. We all do the same thing, right? We all sell the same product. We all have we're all part of the same company. We all have the same core values because they're Scentsy core values. We all sell the exact same thing. We have the same PWSs. We have the same access to information. We have the same access to training, all of these things. So I was listening to this podcast and they were talking about how anyone can do what you do. But the difference, here's where you can set yourself apart. Anyone else can sell what you sell and do what you do and be a part of Scentsy like you are. But the difference is going to be in how you make people feel. How you make people feel. So whether it's a customer or a teammate, the things that can set you apart are how you make people feel. And so you need to really think about that as you move forward into this season and move forward into this sort of busyness, because what you do now in your business, it's very easy to like get caught up and just kind of try and make it and try and survive through these next couple of months because it's so crazy and it's so busy. But what you do now is building the foundation for what your business looks like in the spring. You've got to be forward thinking. If you take it a back seat now, your business will flounder in the spring. If you really go hard and push and do the follow-up like you should and do all of the right things that you should now, your business can flourish in the spring. Your business is sort of on like a 90-day cycle, right? What you do now in your business and with your customers is going to affect your business in 90 days. So October, November, December. 90 days is after Christmas at this point already. Holy guacamole. We don't have much time. That just made me feel like Harry Potter, like we don't have much time. Like, let's go. Like, I don't know, wave the wand. But what you do now affects your business in 90 days. So for those of you who've been around for a holiday season, you know that after Christmas, you need to get creative, right? You need some help. People have just like spent all of their money, or they're trying to save, or they have enough Scentsy because they've got gifted Scentsy or whatever. So you need some help, you need some creativity. What you do now affects your business in 90 days. So if you're planting the right seeds now, following up correctly, doing all the things you're supposed to do, you can have a very flourishing January, February, and spring season. Also, January is the last month for your trip incentive earning period. And a lot of times you need that month to solidify those last bit of points that you need. You need to get paid a title. You need to have a 2,000 PRV month. You need to have all these things. So I want you to be forward thinking about what you're doing in your business so that you can reap the rewards in the spring. But here's the thing. What can you do? And I kind of want to brainstorm. I kind of want you guys to be interactive with me tonight. What can you do that sets you apart, since the only thing that differentiates you and another consultant is how you make people feel? What are some unique ways that you can use that to your advantage, or unique ways that you can make that authentically you and making people feel something or feel good? Fragrance evokes emotion, right? So I feel like our products make people feel a way already. How can you, as a consultant, make people feel valued, special, important, connected to you, connected to our product, so that they want more, so that it's not just like another thing and they feel like, oh, they'll just pick it up at Walmart or Target when I'm grocery shopping? what are things that you can do to make people feel a certain way so that they must buy Scentsy and they must buy it from you? Tell me.
Okay, so my home parties have done, like my last home party did really well. I got a recruit off of that and 2 other parties booked, and like people were like, I want to come to the next one. And I felt like that was a way where they got to know me, and they're already going to bring other people, and people got like free stuff, but it was the free stuff that I gave was just samples. So I wasn't really losing anything. And then of course they got the gifts. So they felt like get something extra when coming to me, and they already get that. Like if you are with me, then you will get extra, and I will make sure to treat you right. So, and then I feel like people don't do enough home parties anymore. Yeah.
I love it. I love it. And she's like, all I did was give them samples. All she did was give them samples, and that's so simple, and also that's duplicatable, right? That's what I like about that. Her new recruit that she got from that party, her new recruit can give away samples. Her new recruit can't give away a free nightlight or free washer whips or like all these things. That's not duplicatable. You can't go into a home party and try and give away all these things because no one's going to look at you and think, I can do that, right? When you give away things like samples that make people feel special and important and valued and like, hey, I'm glad you're here. You're important to me. Let me reward you for showing up. But you're also sending the message to anyone that you can do this too. I love it.
One of the big things that I like when I personally think about what stresses me out the most during the holidays and during like what do I need the most is like I need to simplify and I need to like reduce the amount of steps between things. So when customers either place an order or like talk to me about Christmas presents, I do a couple of things. I'm like, there's free gift wrapping. Like you just say yes and it happens and it's a beautiful gift wrap. And then people that are like, even if they hint at the fact that they're like so busy, and I'm like, you have 2 options. You can just come over and shop in my house. There's normally wine involved. So like, you know, wine, water, soda, sparkling water, whatever it is. So you can do a little momcation, little mom away night if you need to. Or like I can just bring some of my faves over, tell me what your decor is, and we'll have a personalized fragrance session. So like I offer them the way in like cutting steps is to where like if it's time, you don't have to gift wrap. I'll just do it for you. And they're like, oh my God, thank you so much. And you can literally see like a weight off of them a lot of times when you do that. And there's like, I can't even tell you how many people are like, well, they're going to know that I didn't wrap this since it looks so cute. You know, normally they get some brown paper and a red bow. Or like the personalized, when I offer either like personalized fragrance sessions of like me coming into your home, number one, I sell a lot more. I've had less of those. But when I tell people just to like come over and shop, even if you don't have the stock for it, like I just set out the testers, get couple of glasses of ice water, whatever it is, make it super easy for them. And normally it's just like it's like a relaxing session for them. I found that my customers absolutely love it and are really taking me up on it this year.
I love that. And so, and if you listen to the theme of what Emily said, it's about making it easy for her customers, right? People are always going to take the path of least resistance. Always. Always, 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 always. You're going to see it with your teams, right? You're going to see it with your customers. Sometimes you do it. You take the path of least resistance because it's just more attractive. It's more appetizing, at least in the moment, right? So people are always going to do what's easy. So what she did is she just made it easy for everyone. Hey, I'll take care of the gift wrapping. Hey, come over and have, like she said, a momcation. Like you need an hour away. Come on. I will take care of you. Like I will dote on you. I will make it easy for you. You tell me what your decor is. I'll have some pre-selected things, right? She made it easy. Sometimes, like, let's be honest, our catalog, there are thousands of SKUs in our catalog, thousands. So it can be overwhelming people to be like, I don't know what I want, you know? So if you can make it easy and pre-select a decor style and have some things like, I think you would like these 6 or 7, you know what I mean? She just made it so easy for them. People are always going to do what's easy. I love it, Em. Very good. And I was going to ask you about the personal snip session, but I'm glad you elaborated on that. I think it's great. Like she said, you don't have to have stock. You can just use your testers and they can place orders. I love it. someone said, Gina says she packages party orders like they are the most special gifts in the world. Gift bags, tissue paper, and real ribbon. I love that. Listen, real ribbon is so much better than curling ribbon, okay? It sounds ridiculous, but it's like so much fancier and more special, and it looks better. And curling ribbon it can just look cheap a lot of times. And look, you can have like giant curly ribbon bows, but actual ribbon, and you can buy a giant spool of clearance ribbon at wherever you buy ribbon, craft stores, I guess, or Walmart even has ribbon. Go buy a nice neutral ribbon that you can use all year round. And like, I'm telling you, it makes a huge difference. And as a caveat to that, do that with every single order. Never skip it. Even if you're like, this is a VIP, or they buy all the time, or this is my sister, or whatever, or I'm never gonna see these people again. Never ever skip it. Always do it with every single order. Treat every customer exactly the same. I love that.
My big thing is make things memorable. So like every time I have an order, if they just place it through me or whatever, like I get these bags at the Dollar Tree, like it's just simple, and I put a thank you sticker on it, and I put that like paper or wrapping paper or whatever in there, and then I always throw in like a scent circle or body and laundry samples, something, if you can't afford to add a scent circle every time somebody orders, at least throw in some samples of something. But when they place an order through my website, I always send them out a little packet in the mail, and it will have a thank you or whatever. So that way it's not just they order through the website, I followed up with them in a week or so, whatever. They also got something from me saying like, I took a few minutes out of my time to appreciate what you did, like you bought off my website. So like today, I posted a live video unboxing the Enchanted Pumpkin Warmer, and I got a new customer out of it that probably never would have even thought about Scentsy. And she bought this morning, first thing this morning, as soon as it was October 1st and she knew it was available, she bought the warmer and 2 bars. And so I sent her a catalog and a sample and a scent circle. So just always make things memorable, because if they are like, wow, this person, they appreciated it. It's more than just buying things.
I love that. Make it memorable. Any other thoughts from anyone on how can you make an experience memorable for a customer? Tanya? Hold on, you're muted. Hold on. Okay, you're good.
Sorry. So for me, for my customers, when they have like a bigger order, I'm actually packaging them now. I go to the Dollar Tree and I'll get the reusable totes. They're only $1. So if somebody's spending, if somebody's spending like $30+ on an order, I can afford $1. This one actually, a coworker, one of my friends, she just lost her mom, passed away. So I got the Angel Wings warmer for her with host credit. So I didn't have to pay anything for it. But she ordered a 6-pack of bars. So I put that in there. Her mom got triple-E and passed away. So
terrible.
Yeah, so she's back at work, but she's one of my good customers. But when the warmer came out, I was like, I knew I was gonna get it for her, but so I put it in that bag. But yeah, that's what I do. They're only $1 at the Dollar Tree. If you guys have a Dollar Tree near you, like this one has butterflies on it.
I had no idea Dollar Tree had reusable bags, and especially for a buck. That's really cute.
Yeah, like in the summer they had like canvasy ones that had like pineapples on them, and my manager got the Southern Hospitality, and then I had like a pineapple thing. But yeah, I try making like for the larger orders, and then when the warmers don't fit in the smaller bags, so instead of using in the beginning I was using the clearer bags with ribbon, but I just found that I personally like the reusable totes because then they can reuse it. And even at Christmas last year, Target and the Dollar Spot had totes like that with little it was like Charlie Brown and stuff on it. Cute. And my customers were saying too, like, oh, they were like, do you want your bags back? I said, no, they're for you. So they reused them like as gifts and stuff, and they really like them. So
Awesome. Lots of people saying in the comments, like loving the reusable tote idea too. Maria Sosa said she does handwritten thank you cards, right? I'm a huge fan of handwritten things, guys. I know sometimes it can get tedious, especially if you have a lot of PWS customers or a lot of orders to follow up on, but like, here's what I call it. I call it a passive activity, which means you can be watching TV or listening to a podcast, listening to a training while you're writing thank you cards, right? So you don't have to have like complete and utter focus to do that. It's a passive activity. You can do it while you're doing something else. So I love handwritten thank you cards. And here's why. No one does them anymore. And so when you get a handwritten thank you card in the mail, it's almost like a shock and awe factor, right? It's something very different. It's something that sets you apart, and it makes people feel, right? We're talking about how can we make people feel important, valued, loved, special, all these things. And that evokes feeling in people, handwritten thank you cards. Something that I do is I like to use people's names a lot. So if I write a thank you card, I want to write their name. So I'll say, for example, this is just like, my thank you postcard. You guys have seen this before. It's got my picture on it. I put it in every single order. It's got like a little message from our family, and I'm about to update these with pictures of baby Riley in it. But so like, let's say my customer's name is Sarah. On the back here, so I could just send this as a postcard, but I put this in the mail with like a catalog and some body samples and my most favorite confetti in the whole wide world, okay, from Amazon, the best. This is just basic tissue paper. It's tissue paper in a bajillion different colors with some gold, but it's like less than $10. And because it's tissue, it like, I'm talking like you can do like 1,000 packages with this. That's a lot. So I'll put all that kind of stuff together. And on here, I literally will write, thanks, Sarah. I appreciate you. Heart, Jennifer, or something like that. But it's so important to use people's names. There's something that happens on a subconscious level when you use people's names. It makes them feel important and special and valued. There's a reason that people wear name tags. Like anywhere I'm at, if someone has a name tag on, I'm going to say their name. If I have a waitress, I use their name because their name tag is here. If I have a barista, I'm going to say, thank you, Joe. Thank you. Always use people's names. That's a huge, huge part of making people feel important. And be a good listener. If you don't know their name, you can say like, hi, I'm Savannah, right? And it's a very human nature thing to respond with, hi, I'm Julie, okay? And so listen to their name, remember it, and then use it in conversation over and over. That's really important. Kayla said, I did handmade thank you cards and included a picture of my boys. How cute is that? That's memorable. You know what that does? That makes people feel like they're supporting a family. People love to feel like they're helping. They love to feel like they're contributing to something. So that's really good. AJ said AC Moore has reusable totes for $1 sometimes too. Aikila said she always offers to place their orders for them. That's a great way to make it easy for people, right? So some things I heard tonight: make it easy, make it memorable. Make it easy, make it memorable. How are ways that you can do that in your business? What are some other things that you do or that you can do to make people feel something so that they want to choose you and choose Scentsy over and over again?
Okay, so when you were down here and I was talking to you and you were like, write down notes about like if they tell you they have a family, if they have, kids, remembering them. And like I was going through Maven because I've started using that again. There's a spot in Maven where you can add notes to their contacts to tell you about them, like when you do orders and stuff like that. And I was like, that is amazing. So I do that when I do samples too, because I don't always remember what like I send to them, and I do that. So then if you can let them know that you're thinking about them and you actually know what they did order, that makes them feel pretty good. So thank you for that little tidbit as well.
Yeah, absolutely. So what she's talking about is we did an event together this summer, and whenever I meet people at events, whenever anybody's shopping with me, after they leave, okay, not in front of them, after they leave your booth and you've got their order form, you've got what they ordered, in this big giant blank space right here, I write all the notes I learned about them, or I put it on the back of their order form. So I'll say things like long red hair, newly married, honeymooned in Mexico, has a son. You know, like I'll write everything that I learned about that person. And it might seem like an insignificant fact to you at the moment, but if you're able to bring it up in conversation later, it makes them feel so special and important. You'll be surprised at how many people are like, oh my God, your memory is amazing. And I'm like, no, just my notes are. But they don't know that, right? No, I'm just a good note taker. I'm just a good listener. I'm just good at like remembering what we're talking about right here in this moment, because it's not sustainable for you to try and remember every detail about every conversation you have. So write it down. And like as Savannah said, use the notes in Maven. I love that. I love that. AJ said she provides free bulbs to her active customers. Active being someone that has purchased in the last year. So that's a way that you can make it easy for people. That's a way to be generous. Any other ideas? Definitely what Tanya said, and I know this isn't the heart behind why she's doing this, but with her coworker losing a loved one and her giving the angel wings warmer, I mean, that's a way to make someone feel, right? That's really, and I know that that's not the motive behind why you're doing it, Tanya, but I'm saying you're going to have a beautiful result from that as well. There's a beautiful thing, you know, she's going to be able to really make someone feel something every time she looks at that warmer, turns on a warmer, smells scentsy at all. It's all going to come back to this memory, and that's like really evoking feelings. So I love all the ideas we got tonight. Any other ideas that you can use through this season to make people feel, make people choose you? Remember, the only thing that sets you apart from everyone else here in this room, from any other sensing consultant, from any other business, is how you make people feel. So go to the nines for every single customer. Decorate every bag like it's a freaking Christmas present. And don't skip any customer ever. Make every team member, let's take it to a team for just like 2 minutes real quick. How can you make your team members feel valued and important and loved?
Okay, so I don't have a huge team or anything, but so I went on and I did create my little page for my group, and then I let them tell me what they wanted to see, and then I put it on there. And then like my Courtney, my cousin, she's also a teenie, like what she did well, I was like, will you share that for our group? And then she liked being able to do that, and it made her feel appreciated, and that like, so I feel like that's been doing really well for us, and they're excited about it. So
I love it. And what she's doing is empowering her consultants, right? When she says, hey, I love this idea, will you share this? That's really empowering to Courtney, and you're kind of teaching her the behavior of sharing as well. And that's sort of our community in Scentsy, right? Like we're a big sharing community. Like we take a lot from each other. So I love that. Send happy mail. Shout out the little things from Christy. How can you adapt this to your team? We have lots of amazing leaders on here. Speak up, you guys.
Okay, I'll go. One of the things I've started to recently do is reward the behavior that I want to see. Basically, something I've heard from you lots of times. So I've started sending out like bigger happy mail. Usually I'll do like congratulatory postcards and blah, blah, you know, but postcards get stale. They get boring. They get tired of seeing the same ones every month. So, Michael's, like whenever I'm at like a place that has a dollar spot, I'll go and I'll just start cleaning out stuff. Like I'll get like hustle notepads or journals or, you know, a little thing for their desk or something. And then I'll just send it to them. I won't even let them know that it's coming. And I'll just write them a little personal note, you know, you're doing so great. I love how involved you are. You know, you did a really good training. You posted something. I loved it, you know, or I see you work in your business. And then they're like, yeah, all right. So that's just what I've been doing lately. And I've noticed, you know, people love getting surprises in the mail. I mean, who doesn't?
Absolutely. And what I love it is the randomness about it too. Like, it's not just for top sales or top recruiters. She's like, hey, you were brave, or hey, congratulations on closing your first party. Like, it's like she said, this is something I really try and teach our leaders. What gets recognized and rewarded gets repeated. Okay? Write that down if you need to remember it. What gets recognized and rewarded gets repeated. So if you're seeing behaviors in your team that you want them to repeat and do over and over and over again, you recognize it and you reward it. So whether that's a shout out on your team page, whether that's a personal message to them, whether that's mailing them happy mail, whatever that looks like for you, it's okay to be authentic and keep it your style. It doesn't have to look like anyone else's leadership style. It can look just like yours. But what gets recognized and repeated gets rewarded. That's really super important. And I'll tell you something too, guys. It doesn't have to cost you a lot of money. Recognition is free. Recognition is free. Recognition is also duplicatable. Okay, you can teach your team to recognize the behaviors in their team, and on and on and on and on and on. So I love that.
So this month was the first month that we've reached group numbers since I got promoted to superstar consultant in a long time. So I was just really excited about it. And there were a lot of people that had additional like circumstances that really hustled through it. And I thought that was amazing. And so I got, without telling them, got everyone from the Scentsy, the clothing sale.
Mm-hmm.
I got everyone the long sleeve shirts so that way we all had matching shirts for everyone that got active.
Adorable.
And they were $5 a piece. And I was like, whether or not they're the right size, or they're too big, or they're too small, or they don't fit 100%. I was like, it was $5. I'm branding my people. It's a tax write-off. And then on top of everything else, it's something that like, it seems bigger than like, I give everyone like notebooks or like little like things for couch parties normally, but it seems and it feels bigger, I feel like.
Yep. I love it. I love it. I picked up some of the I Heart Scentsy baseball caps. They're $3. Those are great, great team prizes. What else? How can you make your team feel? What else can you do? Let me also add to what Emily said. She said something that is really, really important, and maybe you didn't catch this, but she said a lot of people have had other things going on this month. They're like big life circumstances, right? Guess what? She wouldn't know that about her team if she didn't have relationships with them and if she wasn't asking them the questions and being involved in their lives. I cannot stress enough how important that is as a leader, that you're involved in their lives, that you know what's happening, that you know what kind of life events they're going through, right? That is like, for Emily to say that is such and like, I don't think she even really realized that, like, she was saying that, but that's such an important part of being a leader and being a good leader. You've got to know your people. My husband always says, like, nobody cares what you know until they know that you care. Right? And that's a mantra that rings true, like in your customers, in your team, in anyone, but it's very, very, very important and applicable to your team and to leadership and to growing. Your team isn't going to give two poops about what you have to say if they don't see you model the behavior, if they don't know that you care, if they don't know that you know them and that you have their best interest at heart, right? I love it. What else? How can you make your team feel? Come on, guys. There's lots of good leaders on this call. One more person.
So I know it sounds silly, but like telling them how you feel about them, telling them that you appreciate them. and just letting them know personally, and maybe not just a shout out, but sending a text message, hey, thinking about you, and it can be completely irrelevant from the business and make it really personal. And I think that that can make them feel too, because they feel more less as your teammate, which they are, but more as like your friend.
Yep, absolutely. Yes, just verbalizing, you know, how you think and how you feel, having that communication. Lack of communication creates fear. Okay, listen to that, write that down, learn that. Lack of communication creates fear. So even if you think a certain way or you're feeling something or whatever, but you don't communicate with someone, you don't reach out to them, there's a fear, there's an uncertainty that starts to happen in that relationship. You've got to verbalize how you're thinking and feeling. You can't just like have these thoughts from far away and then reach out once every 6 months. It's not going to work. Okay, I love it, guys. I think we have some really good, meaty stuff tonight. So just to recap with customers, make it easy and make it memorable. Those were kind of 2 themes that I heard. So what are ways you can make it easy? What are ways you can make it memorable? There were lots of good ideas. Giving free samples, offering free gift wrap, wine and shop at my house, personal sniff sessions, pre-selecting styles, kind of narrowing down the catalog for people, making it memorable, treating every order like it's a gift, using actual ribbons, tissue paper, crinkle paper, stickers, whatever. Writing down notes so you can bring them up in conversation later when you're following up with people. I love it. So many good things that we can use through this craziness of the fall season. And so I don't have to write everyone's name down this time because there's a participant list over in the corner. And so every week I've been having you guys comment with your names and then writing them all down, but it's just right over here. So I don't even have to do any of that. So honey, would you pick a number between 1 and 31?
3.
Amanda Hand. Are you on here, Amanda Hand? I mean, you obviously are on here. Okay, yay, you're here. Okay, you win the prize tonight. That's so much easier than writing everybody's name down. Okay, fabulous. So I hope this was helpful for you. Thank you for joining us for this week's RockStar Rally. I look forward to next Tuesday at 8:30 Eastern Time. Was this worth your time? Yeah, okay, good. All right, congratulations for a really amazing, mind-blowing September, honestly, for real. Like, just stellar performances, you guys. And I'm really excited to see what we do in October. It's going to be even bigger, so I hope you're ready. There might be some special things coming from Scentsy, maybe. You'll have to wait and see. You know. Love you, mean it. Bye.